Hello. So in this video, I'm going to run some Docker commands to kind of, you know, to get you acquainted with Docker. And, this website is currently containerized, right? It's in a Docker container and it was deployed. I deployed it using Jenkins, right? So if you look at this website, it's running on port 8000, and this is the public IP address of the EC2 instance. So this is the EC2 instance. So take note of that address, right? If you look at this EC2 instance, you see the public IP address is exactly the same as that, right? And now this this what's it called? The EC2 instance is I'm connected to the EC2 instance. Look at that. So this this IP address is the private IP address 172. So let me go back to the EC2 instance. This is the private IP address, right? 172.31, right? Which is this. So I'm connected to the EC2 instance. And like I said, the website, this website is I deployed it, right, using Jenkins, right. I containerized it using Docker, right. I wrote a Docker file, Docker built a Docker image, and then Docker container. Then I deployed it using Jenkins. So if you look at this now, this Jenkins, the website is running on port 8080, right? So, and it's inside this EC2 instance. So let's just run some Docker commands, right? Docker PS, right? So this Docker PS just brings the information about the container, right? So if we do Docker PS all, so it's going to bring out all the containers. So if you look at this now, you see that Docker PS just brought only this one. Then the Docker PL-A brought out this other container, right? So, and if you observe this for this container, let me clean up so that it's not muddy. Docker PS. So for this container, this is the name of the container, web app CTR. That's the name. Then if we do Docker image, Docker image, Docker image, then maybe ls to bring out the image, right? So this particular container, this particular container was built from this image, from this particular image, right? If you look at it, it says, you see web app, then the tag is 6. If you look at it, this one here, web app column 6. So yeah, so then let's also do Docker, what other Docker command? Let's do Docker volume. So okay, so Docker volume can do, so Docker volume, then we can, they use a Docker volume, then we put a command. So this is a command, we can put ls, Docker volume ls, okay? See that, so there's, from here we can see there's really no volume. Okay, so now let's see Docker start. This one is very, very useful for maybe DevOps engineers, maybe when they're trying to troubleshoot, right? So Docker start is going to give you statistics of the usage of the Docker container. This is the Docker container, right? That we saw, this web app CTR, this is it here, this is a container. So this is the usage, the CPU, just using a very little amount, like, 0.01% of, the EC2 instance. Yeah. And then, the memory usage and all that. So now let's do Docker, let's do Control C to quit. Then let's do Docker stop. So I want to stop that. I want to stop that. So Docker stop requires at least one argument. Okay. So, so I'm going to put the container ID. So the particular container I want to stop, that's what it's saying. I need to put it there. So let me clear first. There. Okay. Docker Docker PS to get the container ID. So the container ID is this. So I'm just going to choose 21C. So I'll do Docker stop. docker stop 21C. I'm just taking the first three, what do I call it now? Yeah, just the first three, you know, numbers or letters of the container ID, right? So docker stop. So it's going to do that. Then the next command we are going to do will be docker prune. Docker prune, right? So let's see. Docker prune, Docker system prune. Then it's going to be -a -f volume. Even though there's no volume, So even though there's no volume, but let's just do that just to clean up. Okay, it's deleting the container, right? It's deleting the container, deleting everything. So let's see. So you see that it's deleting that image, that Docker image, deleting everything. And yeah, so those are some containers. So if I come back now to if I come back to this website, you see that it's running. If I try to reload it, um, I will have to not come up again. So I've been able to, um, you know, delete it, delete the container, right? So that's just it. I hope this helps. Thank you.